standing by the speaker. Suddenly I had this fever, wasn't me either. Summer madness. Cause I just can't stand around, so I get closer, and the closer I get, the better it sound. My mind starts to activate, rhymes collaborate. Cause when I heard the beat, I just had to make something from the top of my head. So I fell into the groove of the wax, and I said, how could I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. Here's the instructions, put it together. It's simple, ain't it? But quite clever. Some of you been trying to write rhymes for years, but we got dares, irritate my ears. Is this the best that you can make? Cause if not, and you got more, I'll wait. But don't make me wait too long, cause I'ma move on the dance floor when they put something smooth on. So turn up the bass, it's better when it's loud, cause I like to move the crowd. 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 They measure me with the heat that's made by solar. It gets stronger every time I hold a microphone check. The tone to get started. The line for the microphone is departed. So leave it up to me. My DJ is mixing. Everyone is moving or eager to listen. Your hands in the air, your mouth shut. Cause I'm on the mic and Eric B is on the cut. For those that know me, indeed I like the flow, especially when the music's going slow. It gives me a chance to let everybody know it's time to bust out the Rock Him show. I'm the intelligent, wise on the mic. I will rise right in front of your eyes, cause I am a surprise. So I'ma let my knowledge be born to a perfection. All praise is due to Allah, and that's a blessing. But knowledge itself, there's nothing I can't solve. In 360 degrees, I revolve. This is actual fact, it's not an act, it's been proven indeed. And I proceed to make the crowd keep moving. Move the crowd. 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 The crowd. Move the crowd. Move the crowd.
Hello, I'm Mario Bobino, and I'm here at the Debonair Affair. You just seen some clips from Fremont High's attempt at the state championship, some highlights of them. I have in the studio here with me today Frank Knight, Zerrick Payton, Jermaine Wilson, and Charles Grace. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Glad to have you brothers down here. I'm gonna go from left to right. You know, just asking y'all questions about this past season. You know, we here at KDOL, Debonair Affair, we tip our hats to you guys because it's like we saw you guys go on a quest. You guys made it to the Northern Cows last year, lost, came back this year and got that title. All you guys now are seniors, so we want you guys to address the public as far as what it took to get there. Frank Knight, I'm gonna start off with you. How did it feel when you hit that shot in the state championship? I mean, what was going through your mind as you made that shot? From the time when Gerson passed, inbounds the past season.
Really, I just wanted to get the shot off before the time ran out. Coach was like, make sure you get a good look at it in the 4.7 and make sure you shoot it and don't throw it. So basically, I was making sure I was behind the three-point line and making sure I shot it before the buzzer went off.
So was that play designed for you to take it all the way down and shoot it?
No, it was to make sure somebody got a shot before the buzzer. But the defense surrounded me, so I couldn't really pass it to anybody. So I had to shoot.
Another question, you got a real nice build on you. You played football your first 2 years at Fremont. It's evident that you did elevate your game in hoop. But what made you not want to play football this past season?
I stopped playing football to concentrate more on basketball. I talked over with my parents and stuff like that, and I think my best interest is in basketball, so I put football up and got in the weight room and stuff and started shooting more and trying to make that transformation from forward to guard.
Next question for Zerrick. Pass the mic to Zerrick. What's up, Zerrick?
What's up?
Now, you're Gary Payton's nephew or cousin?
Nephew.
It's an interesting question because you were like the best three-pointer for Fremont. You showed some good highlights of you, but you were only able to play, which was very interesting to me. Was you was only able to play like once the OAL started because you was out in Seattle, so you really didn't get an opportunity to really play with the team like you should have played. Because you went to Frick. You came out of Frick.
Right.
What made you leave Oakland to go to Seattle to spend some time with your uncle?
I was having a lot of problems out here, on the streets a lot. I just basically wanted to make a change, just coming new. So that's what I did. I just moved to Seattle with Gary for a minute, and then I came back once I got my act together.
Did your game elevate when you were out there, like, practicing with him or so on and so forth? Because you had all the fundamentals. You good assists, rebounds, good three-point shot. I mean, so when you went out to Seattle, did you spend a lot of time with him as far as elevating your game?
I played high school ball in Seattle for Newport High School.
Okay. Were you guys number one out there?
No.
It wasn't. Well, let me ask you this before we move on to Jermaine. As far as coming to Fremont, which was the OAL champs, the previous year, how did you feel that you was going to fit in with their program?
Well, I played basketball with these guys for basically my whole entire life, so we knew what we was going to do before season started. That's all we talked about was making it to the state, so basically it wasn't that hard. I practiced all year long, so it wasn't that hard.
So were you involved like in the summer leagues back then?
Oh, yeah.
But you knew you wasn't going to be able to play until the OAL?
Yeah, basically because of my, I had to just work on my grades, so basically that's what kept me out.
But see, that's good because that's persistence. See, a lot of people don't know about that. You had to sit out for a numerous amount of preseason games. You couldn't really get the chemistry on the actual court, but you stuck it out, and you helped elevate your team to the state championship, we commend you for that.
All right.
Next, Jermaine. I mean, I saw your game, man, and you about 5'10", 5'11".
5'10".
I watched you during the OAL, and we tip our hats to you because, see, you have the type of game that all-around game. The hustle, because especially against El Grove, I saw that game, and you did a wonderful job. For those people out there watching, the youngsters, because a lot of people think if you ain't tall enough, you really can't play, but you proved that you can play amongst the big boys. What brought you to that level? What made you elevate your game? Because every time I saw you perform, you got better and better.
Just try to have a big heart, play hard every time you step on the floor.
Every time you step on the floor.
Play hard.
Now, you went to Sacred Heart
Elementary.
Did you play ball way back then?
Yeah. Been playing since I was in about 3rd grade.
And you were always like a guard, so.
Yeah.
Because, you was in there with the big boys getting rebounds in very critical situations, like off of a missed shot, and, that's very important. So I'm trying to get across to these other youngsters out there. This man did it. You can do it too. They ain't at your level, but hopefully one day they can get to your level.
It's just easy. Rebounding, just jump. Because big men don't jump that much because they think it's easy for them. So the little man, if he jump, it's just easy to get the ball.
So that's what you say to all the youngsters out there that are kind of short. You got. Did you work on your jumping ability somehow?
Yeah, I did a little bit, but start getting mad when you don't see a big improvement. Start getting mad.
So what did you do though to elevate that jumping ability, or just that aggressiveness? Is it something you did extra this past summer, or?
No, I didn't really do nothing. I just play summer league games every day with Fremont, but that's about it. I didn't really work on my legs or nothing.
Just neglected them, huh?
Yeah.
Some cartoons.
Got tired. I wasn't jumping like I thought I should be jumping, doing all that toe lifts and stuff, so I just stopped. And if I dunk one day, I just dunk. If I don't dunk the next day.
You try to dunk on somebody like Zerrick? Oh.
No.
Okay, then let me switch it over to Charles. This is a very interesting question. Now, Charles, you went to Hamilton, and you was like a big man from Fremont. Now, what's very interesting to me, and I'm glad that you came down, is you guys had 11 players deep. I want to take it from your point of view. What was it like in practice going up against these guys, man? Because I know the practices had to be intense.
Yeah, they were. It was fun playing against because the coach put starting 5, then the other 5 against starting 5. We just battled out.
So was it like pretty physical? I mean, you guys had some real intense practices,
It was
right?
real physical.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell because I mean, I seen you guys perform and I seen how you guys had a deep bench, and I was wondering, man. I mean, that's why because it seems like whoever would come in, they would somehow spark the team somehow, some way, and I thought that was real impressive. So I want to take it from your point of view, from like being a backup center. What was it like, battling against Frank Knight? And were you guys like talking a lot of smack amongst each other in practice? Did it come down to that?
We talk smack, pushing, elbows, like playing against another team.
So let me ask you this: by being a backup center for the runner-up in the state champ, I know you plan on continuing to play basketball. Do you know where you may go in the future?
I don't know yet.
But you're gonna stick it out.
I'm gonna stick it out.
Let me ask you this: okay, like for a player who's coming out of a junior high, who's good, then he goes to some top program like a Fremont or another top basketball program out here. What advice would you give to the youngsters as far as competing with guys like this? What do they have to do to make them be sound where they can compete at this level?
Just never give up.
Never give up. Just work out hard.
Play your hardest.
Is it good to get involved in some type of recreational during the summer or something like that? Or is
It's
that
good.
what you
It's
advise
good to
them?
play year round.
Year round, just play year round and
Yeah.
just always stick with your game.
Yeah.
It's good advice. Now back to you, Mr. Knight. We'd like to congratulate you on, receiving Alameda Newspaper Group Player of the Year. I know that's an honor that you probably didn't anticipate getting that honor. But what's interesting to us and the viewers is, we know you stopped playing football. What made you? I mean, because your game elevated. You always just seem to get better at everything you do with the dribbling, with your outside shooting, your confidence. What does somebody have to do to get to that level that you were at?
Basically playing all the time, working out in the gym, you want to get stronger and bigger than everybody else so you can go to the hole more and post up more, and dribbling and passing, really.
So basically that's easier said than done.
Right.
I mean, is there certain other extra things you have to do, like, get your reps, make sure you don't be hanging out? I mean, because your game elevated, man. I mean.
Right. Usually, we hang out a lot, but usually the penalty for us hanging out, we have to run the next day. So we'll hang out like on a Friday, and Saturday we'll be up at like Joaquin Miller running in the trails and stuff. Yeah. So, we'll hang out, but then we'll punish ourselves by hanging out.
Now, I know a lot of schools are probably, at you now about where you're going to play your college ball. Have you made any decisions yet, or do you know where you possibly?
Nah, I don't know the best package for me. I want to stay close to home so my mom can see me play. So I'll probably end up in the Pac-10 or the West Coast Conference or something like that. This
is an important question I want to ask as well. It's important to be good on the court, but it's also important to hit the books as well. I know that you're a good student. What does it take to maintain your grades and play at the level that you played at?
Really, you just gotta set a schedule for yourself. You have to practice and stuff like that. So you just make sure you come home and do your homework and stuff like that.
Self-discipline.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds good. Let's ask Zerrick. I mean, it's obvious that your game elevated. You was a good three-point, shot for your team. You also did, which I didn't. Well, we showed some highlights of that. If you swatting people, you always seemed at critical points when other team was about to score or whatnot. You get that swat up in there. But I want to turn the page here and go back to the academics. You said you was having problems out here. Things just wasn't going right because of your friends or your involvement. So the younger kids out there that may be in the same position that you were in, what advice could you give them where they could avoid the trouble? Because we all know, here today, gone tomorrow, and your friends that's hanging out on the court, they're going to be there tomorrow anyway. So what advice would you give to the youngsters that's watching as far as, try to avoid what you went through? They don't have to go away.
Basically, I say just take all the help that the teachers give you and just, basically it's on you. So basically you just got to just block off, the girls going to be there, your partners is going to be there. So basically you just got to do what you got to do. And just don't never give up. Just do what you got to do. Don't listen to people when they say you ain't going to be nothing. It's, it's all on you.
I'm glad you brought that up because the type of confidence that you possess on the court, that's the type of attitude that you had. Do you know where I know you're going to continue playing basketball. Do you know where you're going next year?
I'm heading towards Kansas or LA, so I don't know yet.
But we'll look in the papers for it.
All right.
The main thing as far as to the youth out there that may be watching is, it's within your heart as far as what you want to do. Those that are hanging out that are being bad, they're gonna be there anyway. Is that the advice that you would give to them?
Yeah. You know, the hanging out it's gonna always be there. It ain't going nowhere. It's just like fashions. That's all it is.
Now let me ask you this: what did you do to elevate your game? I mean, what made you? Because you're a good assist, good dribbler, good defensive player. What got you to that level?
Practice. Basically, just battling out with these guys. You know, we treat each other like once we go to practice and an inter squad game come, they're the other team, and we're Fremont. So basically, we just do it like that. Just try to elevate your game.
So basically, when you had practice, you guys took practice serious.
Right.
Right. It wasn't nobody out there playing around, not being serious about their game.
No, we had fights, bruises, cuts, all that.
Like that? It got that bad?
Oh, yes.
Well, you guys seem...
Frank lost a tooth.
Oh, is that right? Whoa. Let me pass the ball. No, you got a mic, Jermaine. Let me ask you this, Jermaine. Now, you was at St. Gerhard, you went to St. Joseph. Yeah. What made you want to go to Fremont involved with the Tigers?
St. Joe's, it was money, really. Really, it was a lot of money. And my mom was having difficulties paying. So I thought about which school I was going to go to. And then I thought about where all my friends was at. So I seen Frank and all them was going to Fremont. So I just decided I was going to go to Fremont. Just play with the people I've been playing with all my life.
Now, but you didn't go to school to none of these guys, so would you play with them like in summer league?
Yeah, in the Oakland Rebels with Melvin Landry.
At what age was that?
In sixth grade, about 11 years old.
So that's some type of a league. What's the name of that league?
No, it's like a traveling team.
It's a Bush Ride running Rebels. Bush
okay.
Ride North Oakland.
All you guys play for Bush Ride?
Yeah. Except for him.
Right.
Oh,
you played against him. That was interesting. That's real interesting. I didn't know that because I know that. Oh, I read a few articles. I know a few of you guys went to Frick, but you guys all come from different parts of Oakland, and I was wondering how odd you guys ended up at Fremont. You know,
Bush Ride.
Because of the Bush Ride. So you guys do a lot of communicating during the summer, where you guys said, well, because you guys put together like a good quest to get to where you guys got to, which is very commendable.
That's all we was thinking about.
So when did that come into effect? I mean, the quest to get to the state.
Well,
summer league.
So all you guys play summer league together?
Yeah. We travel a lot too with each other. We went to various AAU trips to Tennessee, Virginia, Vegas, a lot of things like that.
Were you guys winning?
Huh?
Had you guys
Yeah,
won?
we won. The Rebels usually win. So basically that's all we did was just travel. Now we just knew each other, grew up each other. We hang out every day, so we know each other like the back of our hand.
So that's important for team unity because because I saw you guys perform this past season, and that's what it seems like. If one player was off, the other one would seem to pick them up, and that's what I commend you guys on. You guys had an array of star players, but none of you guys seem to me like you guys is big-headed or anything, which is very commendable. So we have a lot of other youth that's looking up to you guys that could form the same team that you guys formed and take a shot at the state. Now, Jermaine, where do you think you'll pursue your balling career at?
I don't know right now. I got a couple places in mind, but I haven't made no decision
on exactly as far as where you're going to end up playing. But you're going to continue to play.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot to prove.
Gotta play.
I want to see you balling in about 5 years against Frank and Zerrick and Charles on the team. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are going to separate for a minute, but you guys are going to get it back together.
Yeah.
And let me ask Charles. I don't know if I asked you this question before, but do you know where you're going to continue your ball playing at?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. You guys had a good coach, and Coach Williams. How was he as a coach? I'm going to ask you because, because since you can play as much as the other fellas, how was it? Was it a learning experience?
It was a learning experience.
It was a good learning experience. You learned a lot from him as far as to elevate your game for that next level because you will continue on. Okay.
I learned a lot. Learned to come to practice. One day I missed practice, made me run a merit.
What? Well, that's discipline, and we need that,
Not that much.
Woo! I heard it.
Then I got back to Fremont, made me run a fret.
It was that bad, huh? But it made you a stronger man.
It made me stronger.
There you go. All right. Let me ask Frank. As far as competing with all these guys, You know, I know you guys are also good friends. Do you guys also help each other, like, when you guys get, like, in trouble sometimes, like, if things just ain't going right, or Charles, man, like, you know, man, I'm having problems with my schoolwork, my girl's tripping, man. Do you guys have that type of family cohesiveness about you guys self as well?
Yeah, all the time. Somebody's in trouble, we usually go help them, you know. Definitely somebody's family or something, we all stick together, you know, help them out a little bit. Yeah, this is more like a family. We all been playing together since the 4th grade with the Rebels and stuff, so you know, we all know each other very well.
You know, with the team of all-stars like you guys were, who was like the main go-to guy when there was problems? You know what I mean? Like, because every team, you know, I remember when I played, you know, like, you always have a few players that everybody always seems to go to. Or right. Everybody goes over one person's house to spend the night. You know what I'm saying? Right. Who was that person on you guys' ball club?
When it came to the game time, I would have to say Grissom. He had a lot of clutch shots and stuff. But if Calvin played a good game, we'd blow people, you know, out of the gym, you know, right. No matter what. But if we spend out of somebody's house, usually Jermaine's house or Calvin's house or something like that.
You know, just like hang out and just talk about how y'all gonna blow the next opponent out. Cause y'all, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna let them know. Y'all was twice y'all defended the OAL championship. Right. Undefeated, which was like commendable. It's kind of hard to do that in OAL because the OAL is pretty competitive, and by you guys going as far as you guys went, you guys elevated the OAL, believe it or not. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward to see who, you know, what's going to be the next Fremont. And what I mean by the next Fremont, it can be any school, but you guys was at a whole nother level. Right. You know what I'm saying? You guys made it there, and you guys showed good sportsmanship, you know, and you guys just really balled, you know. So it's very important that I think the youth that's watching, you know, the type of cohesiveness that you guys got. Now, before we get out of here, I would like to know from each one of you guys, we're going to go from left to right, start with Frank. You know, what advice would you give to somebody who's in junior high or elementary? Just advice in general. It could be educationally or it could be basketball. I'm going to give each one of you guys a chance to express yourself on that. Start off with you, Frank.
Spend as much time in the classroom and your books as you do in basketball because it has to be equal, you know, so you can become better. You don't want to get better in one and, you know, drop down in the other one. You know, just keep playing basketball or keep playing whatever your sport is and never give up, you know, no matter how it's looking. If you're on the bench or not, you know, just keep playing. And stick with the people you play with, you know what I'm saying? Do some things with them, hang out with them. Because the more you know them, you know, on a personal basis, you'll know them on the court the same way.
Good advice. Zerrick.
Basically, all I say is, you know, work on your game. You can't just go by talent alone. And just work on your game. Just be a coachable person. And basically stay in school and just get your education, because basketball ain't going to always be there when you think it is, because you can get a knee, ankle, anything. So just basically just, you know, stretch. Do what you got to do.
All right, Jermaine.
I just say, just go to school every day and do your work. 3.0, easy to get. You just go to school and do your work. Because if you don't go to school, you get a 2.0, you barely getting by. That's easy. If you try, you guarantee to get 3.0. In basketball, just play hard. Practice every day if you want to. Because I don't practice every day.
Oh, look at you.
I get tired of basketball sometimes.
I feel you, yeah.
Be having to relax.
It gets that difficult, huh?
Man, we practice too much at Fremont. But it paid off, though. It paid off, but when you're doing this, you don't think it's going to pay off because you hurt, legs be sore, arms sore, and it's no mercy. You just be sitting there crying about it.
So it's good to have this up here.
Yep. Just
Fremont, be prepared to practice.
Okay.
Prepared to practice.
Now, Charles, what advice would you give closing this interview out? What advice would you give to somebody watching this, young?
I say when you set your mind to something, just don't ever give up on it. Try your hardest.
No matter what?
No matter what.
I'm glad you brothers came down and gave me the opportunity to interview you guys. I just want to leave you guys with one thought. One thing I realized, you know, about being an athlete myself, this is just something you guys may be able to take with you. And that is, I know how it is to be an athlete at times. You have a lot of pressures on you. But the times when you guys are like standing in line or you guys go somewhere, try to have a little dictionary by your side or some type of a book, because just try to use your time real constructively. That helped me through college. Because I'm not the type of person that will go home and really study. But there was times when I have to go to DMV or whatever, and I'm pretty sure you guys sometimes have to go to the hospital or something, and you guys are just sitting there. just all, my advice to you would to be, just try to take advantage of that time, try to use it constructively, try to examine the dictionary or something to that nature, or read some type of a book. Because I guarantee you guys, it'll help you guys in the long run with the schooling aspect of it. Because as far as being an athlete, you guys are at the top of your game. You know what I'm saying? So I just want it to be where you guys can just move on, so you guys can come back and give to the community. Because you guys already gave to the community by playing for Fremont and going as far as you guys went. But you guys got to promise the city of Oakland, that wherever you guys go, you guys will come back and contribute to the community. All right?
See me every weekend.
Every weekend. So we can count on you for that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank the four men that showed up, Frank Knight, Zerrick Payton, Jermaine, and Charles, for sharing the insights of their past season with us. And I wish you guys the best and continued success. Always come back to the Debonair Affair if we can do anything for you, because it's much love here. And for you viewers, we have Michelle Peters closing out a Debonair Affair. Thank you.
That's right. Party on down with the bread and her feet. Now it goes like that, and that's how it goes. I'ma give it to all you Negroes and hoes, so listen up. Make sure you listen up well. Don't miss a little bit, cause this here be bad as hell. Truth of the matter is, I splatter kid trying to diss in the gangsters way. That's how them fools get dealt with. So what you wanna do? Don't even trip. Step up, and I'ma bust your lip. Now I know that you know that I know you don't want me to, but keep on tripping and I'ma give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Fantastic, romantic, single-handed, bandit, and damn it, don't get no better. Better it don't get no more than the flow that I flow for you Negroes and hoes. Devastating, captivating, elevating. It's I operating, floating on cloud nine. So just fire up, baby, fire up. At your request, I guess it's time for me to hit the cut. It goes 1 puff, 2 puff, 3 puff, puff. From the bottom